Supervisors on May 11th to order. We're going to start with a quick prayer and then please remain standing for the pledge.
Father, we thank you for the opportunity for us to meet freely, and we come to you tonight asking for your guidance, your wisdom, and support as we make decisions that will affect the residents of our township. Help us to engage in thoughtful discussion, give us discernment, and allow us to grow closer as a group to nurture the bonds of community. We pray your hand of protection over our police department, our volunteer firefighters, and their families. We also ask that you protect all of our schools in the district. We thank you for our township staff and volunteers, and we ask your blessing over them and their families and over all who live in Richland Township. Please cover us with your grace and remind us that all that we do here tonight, all that we accomplish, is for the service of our residents. Open our minds to the task at hand, open our hearts to your will, and we ask this thing in Jesus' name. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. Tim, you want to do the roll call, please?
Absolutely. Starting out to my far right, well, let me start out this way. Chairman Vanilli.
Here.
Okay, all right. Supervisor Doyle?
Here.
Supervisor Smith?
Here.
Okay, on my far right, we're going to start with Mike Schwartz, our engineer from Gilmore Associates. Also next to Mike is going to be Sergeant Mike Histard from the Police Department. And to my left is going to be Link Treadwell, our solicitor. And to my far left is Vicki Schuler, the administrative assistant. And I am Tim Arnold, the township manager.
All right, thanks, Tim. And just a brief announcement for the crowd here. Just want to note, it's Mason's first meeting as a Richland Township supervisor, so first meeting of many to come. Okay, no hearings tonight. Any public comment on the agenda? Okay. No zoning hearing board, development township, so we'll jump right into, wow, really? Approval of the Board of Supervisors meeting minutes from last month.
Okay, I will make a motion to approve the April 13th, 2026 Board of Supervisors meeting minutes.
I will second that motion.
All right. Kathy made the motion, Mason seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right. Next up, payment of the bills.
I'd like to make a motion to approve payment for the April bills of 2026.
I'll second that.
All right, Mason made the motion, Kathy seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
All right, next up is the Agricultural Security Area Committee vacancy appointment. Easy for me to say. So due to Tim's resignation from the Board of Supervisors and in accordance with the Ag Security Law, the BOS need to appoint a new board member to chair the Richland Township Agricultural Security Area Committee. Kathy Doyle has graciously accepted to serve as chair of the Ag Security Area Committee. So with that point, I'd like to make a motion to appoint Kathy Doyle to the position of chairperson of the Richland Township Agricultural Security Area Committee.
I will second that motion.
All right, I made the motion, Mason second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right. Thanks, Kathy, again.
Mm-hmm.
All right. There should be a crowd for this one. Award of the Town Hall pickleboard repairs and park upgrades. So the township has received an LSA grant in the amount of $652,096 for the scope of redoing the pickleball courts, which are in much needed repair. The base grant was $588,468. After grant approval was discussed to repave the basketball courts, replace the bleachers, and add additional landscaping. The alternate bid came in at $133,304.25. So the total bid is $721,808.25.
Okay. I'm ready to make a motion. And any comments?
Any question? Anything? No questions from you?
No
Questions from you?
questions.
No
All right.
questions.
Okay.
Let's go.
I'll make a motion to award Top Accord the construction contract for Town Hall pickleball court repairs and park upgrades in the amount of $721,808.25, subject to the final review and satisfaction of the township manager and our solicitor.
And I will second that motion.
All right, Kathy made the motion, Mason seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right. Glad to see that one moving along. Next up is the Northfield Business Campus conditional use decision. Northfield Business Campus conditional use hearing was held on April 13th, if you remember. or if you care. And after the hearing, the Board of Supervisors directed our solicitor Link, to prepare a conditional use approval letter based on the testimony we heard. Any questions, Kat?
No questions,
I have no questions.
but I'll move with this one.
Okay.
A motion to approve the Northfield Business Campus LLC conditional use request, subject to the conditions outlined in the solicitor's conditional use approval letter dated May 12th, 2026.
And I'll second that motion.
Kathy made the motion, Mason seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
All right, next up, believe it or not, summer is coming, even though it doesn't feel like it. We, as a matter of fact, provided donations to Quakertown Borough for their upcoming July 4th Community Day, which we all look forward to. Any questions?
Nope, just a comment. I think this is well worth the donation every year because the Richland Township residents greatly, benefit from these fireworks. I think we all look forward to it, so I'm happy to make a contribution. So if you want to run with it.
Absolutely, I agree. I'd like to make a motion to approve a donation to the Quakertown Borough in the amount of $1,500 towards Community Day.
And I'll second that.
All right, Mason made the motion, Kathy seconded it. All in favor? Aye. All right, next up is a request for approval of the video surveillance system quote for Veterans Park. Excel Communications has provided a quote to install and program a video surveillance system at Vets Park in Quakertown. Excel Communications is a CoStar compliant company which meets the township's bidding requirements. The proposal is to provide and install a new Hanwha WiseNet Wave IP video surveillance system. The system will consist of multiple cameras strategically placed throughout the park, including a low-speed license plate recognition camera. Oh, interesting. And high-resolution
High-tech.
multi-lens camera with AI capabilities. All cameras will be networked back to the network video recorder using a combination of fiber optic cabling, Cat6 cabling, and point-to-point wireless links. Sounds pretty high-tech.
Wow.
Just know, there was a Savera system there, it's just being upgraded. We've had calls to use it in the past, and it wasn't always working, so we thought we'd get that thing fixed up.
Okay,
Any questions?
no questions.
No question.
Okay.
All right, I'll make a motion to approve the quote from Excel Communication in the amount of $55,576.25 to install and program a video surveillance system at Veterans Park, subject to the final review and satisfaction of the township manager and our solicitor.
And I'll second that motion.
All right, Kathy made the motion, Mason seconded it. All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Next up, Resolution 2026-16, Greenways, Trails, and Recreation Program Grant Request. The township is requesting a Greenway Trails and Recreational Grant of $250,000 from the Commonwealth Finance Authority to be used for Veterans Park softball field fence replacement and upgrades. The resolution designates myself as the chair and Tim Arnold as township manager as the officials to execute all agreements between Richland Township and the CFA. Any questions on this?
So this is the one that if awarded, it's a matching grant and RASA will be responsible for?
Tim, that's my understanding.
That is correct.
Okay, okay.
Questions, Mason?
No questions. I just think it's very important that we maintain and upkeep our Veterans Park. And I think it's good that if there's money coming in to make adjustments and updates, that's something.
Having coached at those fields for many years, I totally agree that they need to be fixed.
So in that case, I'd like to make a motion to adopt resolution number 2026-16.
I'll second that.
All right, Mason made the motion, Kathy seconded it. All in favor?
Aye.
All right, next up, Steeple Run Residential Subdivision, escrow release number 4. Basically, Gilmore and Associates has conducted the inspection work for work completed and is recommending a release in the amount of $192,950.
Okay, I will make a motion to approve. And Mike, there's no,
Yes, I was saying, Mike,
nothing.
any questions, comments?
No.
No, it's, the development's wrapping up. That's really all to say, but yeah, we're good with their request.
Okay.
All right,
Good.
Sorry.
That's okay. I'll make a motion to approve escrow release number 4 in the amount of $192,950 for improvements completed to date, subject to any outstanding invoices owed to the township being paid in full.
And I'll second that motion.
All right, Kathy made the motion, Mason seconded it. All in favor? Aye. All right, moving right along. Next up is the updated memorandum of understanding, otherwise known as the MOU, with the Quakertown Community School District and Richland Township Police Department from 2026, covering 2026 to 2028. The Community School District would like to update their MOU from 2024 regarding threat assessment. The current MOU is through 2028, but must now include language concerning threat assessments. The only change is on page 9, section G, points 1 through 4. Threat assessments have been added to this MOU for the remainder of the years on the current MOU. The police department was involved with the school district on tabletop concerning threat assessments in March. Nidec Elementary, Richland Elementary, and Strayer Middle School will have an updated MOU. And we have a model of the updated MOU in the letter from Quakertown School District.
Okay.
Any questions, Kathy?
No questions.
Stacy?
No questions for
All
me. I'd like to make a motion to authorize the chief of police to sign the 3 memorandums of understanding related to incident procedures and threat assessments for Nidec Elementary, Richland Elementary School, and Strayer Middle School.
I'll second that.
Okay, Mason made the motion, Kathy seconded it. All in favor?
Aye.
All right. No township old business, no board and staff appointments. I think we ran a quota last month. And board and staff reports are up next. Do you guys, I don't have any.
I have nothing tonight.
I just want to say that I'm grateful to be here. I'm very excited.
Thank you. Mike, you gonna cover the shred event in yours?
Yeah, I have it.
Okay.
And
Tim?
And drug take back.
Okay.
Thank you. Just a reminder, the Richland Township Board Authority will once again be hosting the annual roadside cleanup on May 30th from 8:30 to 12:30. Lunch will be provided to all the volunteers after the fact, so if you want to help stop by and help keep Richland Township roadways a lot cleaner, like I said, 8:30 to 12:30 on Saturday, May 30th. And we'll definitely feed you after the fact. That's all I have.
And we are supplying the gloves and tools and.
Absolutely. As part of the Great PA cleanup, the state will provide our vests, the gloves, and the trash bags, and we will provide the little grabbers that people seem to enjoy.
I love those. Yeah, they're awesome. Yeah.
So instead of bending over, as we're getting older, we just can't bend over like we used to, so we have the little
Nobody
grabbers.
knows weeds.
So it's
Yeah.
great. And we'll actually provide tick and mosquito repellent if you needed to.
All right, awesome. Yeah, and in case you're wondering, the gloves that they give us, please do not do any work with cactuses while wearing those gloves. I found out cleaning my bed out this weekend that the little things go right through it. I had a handful of little cactus things in my hand. My daughter had to plant a cactus in the front yard. Mike?
I don't have anything this evening. Thanks.
Link?
I don't either, thank you.
Mr. Kistart, Sergeant Kistart, excuse me.
Sir, on April 25th, we had our drug take-back event, and we ended up getting about 300 pounds worth of drugs that was transported to the county for destruction. On May 2nd, we had a shred event, and this is the second time where we paired it with a food bank collection. We had at least 100 cars go through. We collected food, which we ended up taking to the Quakertown Food Pantry, and some people actually donated money. And then this past Saturday, we had our annual bike rodeo event with Quakertown Borough, and we got it in. We beat the rain. We had 24 kids, so it was well attended.
Oh, great.
Awesome.
That's amazing.
That's good stuff. Okay, any public comment before we wrap up? Yeah. Please sign in if you don't mind, even though we all probably know you, but.
My name's Andrea Clark, and this is my husband, John Wells, Andrea Clark Wells. And we brought up last year the issue of a backyard firing range in a residential area of the township that we are extraordinarily close to. And we brought up our concerns regarding safety, the extraordinary lack of any safety equipment at that range. Also the noise. And I was wondering if there's been any kind of headway or any news at all on a restrict firing guns in your backyard in a residential area where homes and children and animals are around all the time.
So thanks for coming back. Appreciate that. I just want to make sure I understand what you said. You used the term firing range. Is it a formal range that they set up, or is it just your neighbors shooting guns?
It's a big board and several other targets that they stand in their backyard and fire at towards the woods.
Okay, thank you.
So
Go, Kathy.
I will say, so we have been agonizing over this. We have been, thanks to our solicitor, had pulled in a number of ordinances that exist within other municipalities. And we have it broken down. So we have been doing a deep dive. It's still a work in progress. I know we're not moving fast enough for you, but we're trying to be sensitive also to the law. We don't want to open ourselves up for a lawsuit either. So my understanding is still a work in progress. We should be winding up and coming to some sort of agreement on a certain language that we could, not violate anybody's rights. And I'm not sure that you would be 100% happy unless we put a muzzle or require a muzzle on there, a silencer on there, which we can't do that. Because I understand that your concern with this is the noise in your business, right? Am
I
I?
don't have a business, I have a residential home right next to this firing range.
Oh, okay, I'm thinking of someone else then. Well, we are
So,
looking.
yeah, as Kathy,
I just wanted to bring a couple more points to light that maybe will sway your decision. I have a lot of information that I've gathered for the past 15 years, because we moved here in 2008, and this all started in 2011 when we found a bullet on our deck. It hit our rain gutter over our patio door, and we called the police, and Officer Lawhead took possession of that bullet. I can't guarantee that that's where it came from, but
It's weird that they were shooting the day before
Yeah.
and there's a spent round on our deck.
and
We heard it hit the house and we're like,
Oh.
we thought it was a bird,
Mhm.
you know?
1 inch lower and it would have shattered our patio door.
Yeah.
Like I said, I can't prove that it came from there, but they are shooting at metal targets, which are extraordinarily prone to ricochet.
Yeah.
The issue that I have is you have on the books an established noise ordinance that is 55 decibels from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. in a residential area. Guns are 140 decibels and above. This is a blatant violation of your noise ordinance, and I don't understand why it's not being enforced. I would just like to know why every time we call the police say that the noise ordinance doesn't start until 10 p.m. That's the last answer I got 2 weekends ago. And I said, "I'm sorry, sir, but you're wrong." And I snapshotted the ordinance just to read it to make sure I wasn't misreading it. And that is your ordinance. So I'm a little confused. Firearms are louder than fireworks, jackhammers, chainsaws, lawnmowers.
But you do understand that we can't,
We're not looking to violate anybody's Second Amendment. Everybody has that right.
Right.
And
Yeah.
like Tim knows, I have guns. I go to approved shooting range,
Right.
and I do my business there. I would not ever think of shooting my gun in a residential neighborhood.
On 1.75 acres.
But there is one aspect to think about is ground contamination. They've been shooting for 15 years, and if you're familiar with that area, behind their property is wetlands, and there's a stream or a creek that runs through there.
And live trees and brush and animals.
Yeah.
And
So, there's that with the lead and the copper going into the ground, 15 years. And, they shoot for hours. And it was like one 4th of July or Mother's Day or something, they shot for 6
it was
hours.
the day after Thanksgiving, they
Day
had a
after
shooting
Thanksgiving.
party.
Yeah.
And we
They were
leave
there
our
for
house,
6
we
hours.
can't stay in our home. It's unbearable.
yeah, I get that. I totally get that.
It's unbearable.
so thank you. And as Kathy indicated, we've been doing a lot of research on this. We've reached out to neighboring municipalities, even some local gun ranges, just to see what their rules are for distance and all that kind of stuff. So we're getting close. We just, I can't give it to you today.
But I do want to bring up too, also, that any responsible gun owner would have the required earthen or man-made berms behind their target, and also the side berms to deflect ricochet.
Right.
These people have nothing. I was told on the last phone call that a dead tree was a backstop. It is not. I have fact of that.
From, who told you that?
It's on the internet.
No, who'd you call that said the tree's a backstop? Was it the
It
neighbor?
was the police.
Oh, the police.
When the police called me back and said that they went
Oh,
over
okay.
to the house.
Okay.
They said, well, if they can shoot at a dead tree. Yes, they can shoot at a dead tree. That's your target. It's not the backstop that protects the general public.
And that is something that I think that we can put some kind of requirements on if they are going
Yeah.
to shoot.
But even a dead tree will not stop,
No, I agree.
some rounds.
I
Depending
agree.
on how big it is and all that, sure.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
they fire some cannons back there. It's just like,
It's-
ba-boom.
It's not little 22s.
Yeah.
It's
And
50 cals
and
and
they shoot-
ARs and AKs. It's just,
But they also shoot at empty propane tanks. I don't know if that's the smartest thing ever.
and they have metal targets, which I have pictures of all of this. If you want, I can just give you my book. They have metal targets that go like this.
Right.
And then there's another one that's real close to the ground and it spins. Then they have a big empty propane tank, and then they have this poster with people's pictures on it. I don't know what that is. But
Imagine.
the metal targets, we can hear the bullets plinking all the time. My next door neighbor has a little 1-year-old. He was out 2 weekends ago playing on the deck. He's connected to our house. We live in a twin. And little Miles is out there playing his little water table, having a blast, and they start firing. And his parents scooped him up and took him inside. They were scared.
Is what you have copies, is that something you can give us and you need it back, or?
I can give you everything. I don't.
Yeah, we'll take it. We'll definitely take it. To take a look at it.
And Mike, I don't mean to put you on the spot since Chief's not here, but how do we handle the noise ordinance in general? Is it kind of a guy goes out and kind of sees if he hears it? How does that work?
Why don't I try and handle that?
thank
I
you.
mean, the noise ordinance is not meant for activities. It's meant for uses, right? Like, for example, running your lawnmower probably violates the noise ordinance. Running a chainsaw probably violates the noise ordinance, right? But it's not meant, now, the idea of a shooting party, maybe that's a little different than somebody in their backyard. And I'm not talking about the safety issue, I'm just talking about the noise part. Somebody in their backyard shooting at a target, right, is probably not going to shoot for an extended period of time because ammunition is expensive, right? I know, but you're talking about a shooting party, which is a little bit different than somebody out there practicing for deer season, right? I mean, if you're practicing for deer season with a rifle, you take a couple shots, you're done,
Right.
right?
Like 10
This is a
rounds
little
not
bit,
big thing,
right, this sounds maybe a little bit different, but the noise ordinance is not meant for that, right? I mean, there are multiple noises that I hear in my neighborhood all the time, and if I can hear it at my house, it probably violates the noise ordinance, but it's not continuous, right? There's not a continuous sound that continues to produce noise for an extended period of time. Again, shooting party might be a little different, but that's what the noise ordinance is meant for.
Okay.
It's not meant for one-time or regular type activities. You know, but the kids next to me play basketball in their yard, in the driveway. They're probably violating the noise ordinance where I live because it's loud,
And like fire-
especially if they play it at night. Fireworks violate the noise ordinance, right? Different than the safety issue. Safety issue is a whole different thing. But the noise ordinance is meant for, you know, an industrial use that's happening next to a residential neighborhood, and it's 24/7. It's a constant noise that you can measure for extended periods of time at the property line, not bang, 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 we're done. Or run my lawnmower for an hour and a half while I mow my lawn, then we're done, right? So that's the issue why the noise ordinance technically has an enforcement problem with this type of situation.
No, thank you for that clarification. So back to my original point, though. We've been looking at this intensely. We have a shell, a straw man of where we want to go. So we hope to have something for you soon. If we have any questions, we'll certainly reach out for clarification. And then hopefully, and I know we heard this before, we didn't expect to have to learn so much, to be candid. So we're working on it. I assure you of that.
Yeah, I mean, it took me till 2 years ago to finally call the Pennsylvania Game Commission to determine that Title 34 has nothing to do with target shooting in your backyard. And that's the veil that I was given is why they're allowed to do it, because it's under Title 34.
Gotcha.
Which it has, the
Turns
Game
out it's not
Commission
true.
has no governance over target shooting in your backyard. It's on state game lands or on property where hunting is legal.
Thank you.
Thank
you very
you.
much.
Thank you.
All right. Anyone have anything for the good of the board?
Who has the yoga business? Is that someone else? Wasn't there someone who, I thought they had some sort of like yoga class? They have a business? It's not, okay, that's who I was confusing them with. Okay. Oof.
Okay.
Same person, same property, different property. All right. Okay.
Nothing for the benefit of the group, then just need a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second that.
All right. All in favor?
Aye.
Thanks, everyone.